Welcome, adrenaline enthusiasts, to the ultimate paradise of excitement, where peak intensity meets endless thrills. At Mr. Tech, get ready for heart-pounding chases and breathtaking action sequences that will keep you on the edge of your seat.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Get on the ground now!
On March 19th, 2025, Sergeant Shane Alkire received an urgent alert about a stolen vehicle speeding northbound on Highway 71 from Alma. The driver, a suicidal teenager, had turned the situation into a serious threat. Police quickly located the vehicle and initiated a pursuit. The suspect's vehicle crashed into a guardrail on US Highway 71, but stubbornly continued fleeing northbound. The situation became even more dangerous when the vehicle swerved into oncoming traffic, putting the lives of innocent drivers at risk. By 7:31 p.m., Sergeant Shane Alkire caught up with Officer Williamson and took the lead in the pursuit. Speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour intensified the tension as the suspect's vehicle weaved through traffic, further escalating the urgency of the situation. The danger lay not only in the teenager's reckless actions, but also in the imminent threat to the surrounding community, as terrified motorists scrambled to get out of the way, fearing they could become victims at any moment. With no time to delay, the officer, demonstrating precise skill, decided to employ the tactical vehicle intervention technique to end the pursuit. The police forced the suspect's vehicle off the road, causing it to crash into a telephone pole. However, the Prius attempted to re-enter US Highway 71. Undeterred, officers executed another TVI maneuver, causing the vehicle to collide with a speed limit sign before coming to a complete stop. The high-stakes chase had finally ended, but not without consequence. The vehicle was confirmed to have been stolen from the Crawford County Sheriff's Office.
I got cuffs.
Alyssa faces a series of serious charges, including fleeing in a dangerous manner, theft of property valued between $5,000 and $25,000, criminal mischief causing damage between $1,000 and $5,000, and various traffic offenses such as reckless driving. The decisiveness and skill of law enforcement prevented a potential tragedy while sending a strong message. Reckless behavior on the road is not only dangerous to the individual, but also poses a threat to the entire community. On March 22, 2024, Florida Highway Patrol Officer SAP was conducting a routine patrol on I-75 in Sumter County, Florida, when an unusual situation unfolded. A white Honda SUV suddenly sped past the officer in the middle lane at high speed, with its headlights on and windshield wipers running continuously, clear indicators that did not match the circumstances. This behavior immediately raised the officer's suspicion. The vehicle quickly displayed reckless behavior, weaving through lanes and dangerously tailgating the patrol car. The driver continued accelerating, cutting across northbound traffic before suddenly veering into the left lane. The officer immediately surged ahead, activating emergency lights and sirens to signal the driver to stop. Initially, the SUV slowed down on the left shoulder, but within seconds, it abruptly sped away. Over the radio, the Florida license plate QXLW26 was reported. The pursuit escalated as the vehicle made a U-turn at mile marker 318, nearly causing a catastrophic collision with southbound traffic. It reached speeds of 110 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone, passing other vehicles using the shoulder and left lane. The reckless maneuvers struck fear into drivers. One, seemingly inexperienced, was so shaken that they pulled over shortly after.
On the shoulder, 110 miles an hour. What's your current mile marker at this one? 314, mile marker 314. 477, is he north or southbound? Please, southbound. Alright. I'm gonna try to get myself up there to 309 instead of 4. Full thing at the 309. For in reference, other than the unit that's behind the DUI body, everybody stay off the radio. We are 1033 traffic.
The SUV sped down the southbound emergency ramp, continued driving against traffic in the westbound lane, and escalated the danger to its peak. Officers pursued persistently, witnessing near head-on collisions between the fleeing vehicle and other motorists. Seizing a safe opportunity, police executed a P8 maneuver, striking the right rear of the suspect's vehicle with the right front of the patrol car. The SUV lost control, veered across multiple lanes, crashed into a mailbox, and overturned.
Show me your hand! Show me your hand! Show me your hand! Get out of the car!
It has been notified.
Get out of the car!
Has the MS-51.
Law enforcement teams swiftly extracted the driver, James R. Perridge, from the wreck.
40-851, would you like me to advise 165?
Correct, 10-4. I'll be leaving the camera.
Seats. Tractor supply.
Come on,
Okay.
have a seat.
Tomorrow?
Right now.
Why, man?
He appeared panicked, his gaze vacant, and his speech incoherent, clearly under the heavy influence of stimulants.
Mother. Today, mommy. LSD. I like LSD because I'm. Should I say it? Huh?
After the arrest, officers found a Florida driver's license confirming Parrage's identity. Following medical clearance, Parrage was booked into the Sumter County Detention Center on charges of high-speed fleeing, nonviolent resistance, driving under the influence of drugs, alcohol, and reckless driving. On July 12, 2023, a high-speed pursuit began on Interstate 40, heading east from mile marker 256. A St. Francis County deputy spotted two gray Tesla vehicles speeding through traffic. Upon receiving the radio alert, law enforcement swiftly mobilized to mile marker 274 to intercept the potentially dangerous situation.
Yeah, eastbound on 40, coming up toward the Walmart exit. Right there, right lane.
In an effort to bring the chase to a swift end, police initially planned to deploy spike strips. However, heavy traffic and the suspect's extreme speed forced them to abandon the strategy. Back on the highway, officers spotted the first Tesla in the left lane, speeding at 92 miles per hour, escalating the situation further. The vehicle slowed to 80 miles per hour, but moments later, a second Tesla emerged in the right lane, moving in coordinated tandem. Police attempted to slow both vehicles down, but the suspect in the left lane suddenly accelerated aggressively. Acting quickly, officers chose to pursue the left lane suspect, weaving through traffic at triple-digit speeds. The situation grew even more dangerous as the suspect swerved between lanes, endangering the lives of innocent motorists.
Go 40 on the shoulder, east on 40.
At mile marker 280, officers closed the gap on the suspect. Two attempts to execute a precision immobilization technique, PIT maneuver, failed as the suspect maintained exceptional control of the vehicle.
Yeah, wait. I got it, busted that tire.
Seizing the opportunity while passing slower-moving traffic, officers successfully performed a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, near mile marker 282. The Tesla spun out, crashing into the concrete barrier. Unexpectedly, the suspect accelerated straight toward a patrol vehicle, colliding with its rear left side. The impact bent the rear wheel of the patrol car, causing it to skid violently and crash into the right side guardrail before coming to a stop. The suspect attempted to flee again, but TFC Hess executed a precise legal intervention, forcing the Tesla to a complete stop, bringing the pursuit to a safe conclusion.
You good?
Both suspects were taken into custody without further incident. A search of the vehicle revealed a black bag containing marijuana and a digital scale. The passenger, Taylor, was charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. The driver, Williams, faced multiple serious charges, including reckless driving, assault, fleeing, and various drug and vehicle-related offenses.
About the 282, I think. Tonight.
Are you doing 15?
Yeah, we're doing 15.
On May 7th, 2024, in Columbus, Ohio, a tense situation unfolded when a flock camera alerted Whitehall police to a stolen vehicle linked to a prior armed robbery in Columbus. The pursuit began in Whitehall, prompting local authorities to call for assistance from Columbus police to handle two reckless juvenile suspects. Two teenagers led police on a high-speed chase in a stolen vehicle, disregarding all attempts to stop them. The situation became even more dangerous when they abandoned the first car and quickly hijacked another to continue their escape. Their reckless actions not only threatened public safety, but also put nearby residents at serious risk as the stolen vehicles sped through crowded streets. The chaos reached its peak near Climb Road and Riverbend Road in southwest Franklin County, where the driver of the stolen Hyundai crashed head-on into a patrol vehicle, damaging 3 additional law enforcement cars. Undeterred by the urgency of the situation, the officers remained in relentless pursuit.
One of them, 640.
Thank you.
There for 604 over here as well.
604 Channel 3.
Traffic goes southbound north of the road. It's going to be coming up to area of Walmart. And they when they get to the turn back eastbound on the line from Northville, south of Ball, back out on Demarest. Are they agree on all of this place?
6315 in Riverbend.
Your job reaches the entranceway of the Silver Stadium. Your left, Mount Street, go southbound.
In a decisive moment, one officer skillfully applied tactical maneuvers, executing a precise evasive move that caused the Hyundai to lose control and crash into a tree.
Silver Stadium. Your left, Mount Street, go southbound.
The police swiftly exited their vehicles, subdued the two criminals, and successfully ended the chase. The seamless coordination and bravery of law enforcement effectively halted the reckless escape, bringing the escalating danger to a close. Two teenagers, both with prior records related to auto theft, were arrested at the scene and are currently being held at a juvenile detention center awaiting trial. This incident stands as a testament to the dedication and swift response of the Whitehall and Columbus police in safeguarding the community. On August 1st, 2023, on southbound Avenue 27 near the intersection with 43rd Street, officers observed a red Audi sedan committing a traffic violation. As the vehicle made a right turn onto 43rd Street, it disregarded a stop sign. Acting decisively, officers used a marked patrol vehicle to approach the car in the 4300 block of Avenue 28, activating emergency lights to signal the driver to stop. However, the driver neither slowed down nor showed any intention of complying. The pursuit began as officers activated their sirens, but the Audi continued speeding northbound on Avenue 28, reaching 50 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone, endangering pedestrians and nearby vehicles. The driver's recklessness heightened the tension. Near 45th Street, Deputy Gruber joined the chase, attempting to block the road with his patrol car. However, the driver, later identified as Kawana Wright, skillfully maneuvered past. The officer stayed close behind, with lights and sirens fully engaged, yet Wright showed no signs of stopping. At one point, the patrol car was nearly parallel to her, but her determined gaze and refusal to yield made it clear she was unfazed. Officers could hardly believe the sheer audacity she displayed on the road, evading capture with the defiance of a brazen outlaw. Determined to end the threat, officers executed a precise pit maneuver in the 3800 block of 45th Street. The Audi lost control, veered into a ditch, and redirected eastbound onto 44th Street. Wright opened the car door as if preparing to flee on foot, but upon seeing officers still in pursuit, she shut the door and accelerated again. With no other option, officers performed a second Piet maneuver. The vehicle spun 90 degrees before coming to a stop, but Wright continued her attempt to escape, crashing into a tree. Her persistence escalated the situation to its most intense point. Finally, after slowly complying with commands, Wright exited the vehicle and was taken into custody without further incident.
Knees to your chest. Knees to your chest. Knees to your chest. Yep, then stand up. You want to secure her in your vehicle, please? You're good. I just gotta get some photos of this and everything. Pretty successful pit. Yeah, please.
Upon review, I confirmed that she had an active warrant for failing to appear in court regarding charges of driving with a suspended license and operating an unregistered vehicle. Wright was charged with willful driving on a suspended license and fleeing from law enforcement.
argue with you. I pitch you, and you continued to flee after I hit you with my
I didn't know
vehicle.
what was going on. I'm telling you,
Well,
I don't
red
know.
lights and sirens mean
I'm
pull
a mental
over.
patient. I don't know.
Okay, what's your first name? You're going to catch another charge if you don't give me your first name.
I'm trying. I don't feel good.
Okay, what's your first name?
Kawana.
How do you spell it?
Kawana.
Middle initial.
D, right.
D?
Yeah,
What's your last name?
right.
WRIGHT? What's your date of birth?
June 27th.
Bob and C Router and Tom will take care of it.
On March the 6th, 2020, a driver operating a vehicle with stolen license plates
Yeah, 10-4,
brazenly
still
fled
outside
from the new
lane,
Smyrna
driving
Beach
normal
Police
speed.
Department. This reckless act sparked a tense pursuit involving multiple law enforcement
had the
agencies,
stolen tag
stretching
attached
from
to
New
the
Smyrna Beach
vehicle.
to D-Land.
Stick it. He's still westbound. Front tires, I think. Front tires, I think.
The pursuit began as the suspect drove westbound on Route 44 at normal speed, attempting to mislead law enforcement. The stolen tagged vehicle weaved through traffic, causing alarm among nearby motorists. The danger escalated
Yeah,
as
tire
the
just came
suspect
off,
appeared
right
to lose
front, I
control,
believe.
with the tires gradually
Still
wearing down during
westbound
the
inside
escape.
lane. He's getting a little
Notably,
He's having
a
hard time
K9
controlling
unit
his
was
vehicle.
deployed, ready to assist in the apprehension. Despite the intense pressure, officers remained persistent, demonstrating exceptional tactical skills and determination to safeguard the community from the emerging
All right,
threat.
still westbound inside lane. Okay, he's continuing 44. He's past I-4 now. Continuing westbound 44. He's in traffic.
The situation reached its climax when the suspect turned onto an unfamiliar
He's turning
road,
off onto a
believed to be the
looks like
driveway of a
somebody's,
residence at
driveway here.
2160
Stand by.
Roker
He's
Lane.
turned off. Okay, you got to bail out.
Suddenly, he shut off the engine, jumped
He's in
out
the
of the
trees, I don't
vehicle,
see
and
him.
fled west on foot. Wearing tan pants, a black shirt, and a black hat, the suspect vaulted over a fence and disappeared into the front yard of 2140
East
Roker
New York.
Lane. The K9 unit quickly picked up his trail, coordinating with officers to close in. Finally,
Running westbound. Looks like a black male, tan pants, black shirt, black hat, or dreads. Jumping a fence. 2160 Roco Lane is where he's at. .2150 Rocco Lane. He's in the front yard. Yeah, still running westerly. Coming into 2140 Rocco Lane.
Somebody got a Ronco in 44?
finally, at 2140 Roca Lane,
He's walking
under the
now.
threat
He's
of
just
drawn
walking.
firearms and the strategic containment of law enforcement, the suspect was forced to kneel and surrender, bringing the pursuit to a safe
Okay,
conclusion.
he's on the ground.
At
on his
9:50
knees at
p.m.,
gunpoint.
the suspect was officially subdued and placed under the control of 2 officers at the scene. The pursuit concluded successfully, demonstrating the seamless coordination and relentless dedication of law enforcement. The bravery and expertise of the new Smyrna Beach Police Department and the
He's at
D-Land Police
2140
Department
Rocco
ensured
Lane.
the safety
He's on
of the
ground at
community.
gunpoint.
How many units do we have there to secure this guy?
You got 2. He's secured. There's 2 officers with him.
Are you working tomorrow? I thought you weren't working tomorrow. Where'd your shoes go? Oh, okay. Watch your toe.
Pull over right now.
On February 26, 2023, Highway Patrol Officer Jennifer Villerin was operating a patrol vehicle when she observed a gray Infiniti G37 bearing Florida license plate 6137AL and registered to Raynel Groulon, speeding past at an estimated speed of over 100 miles per hour. The vehicle overtook the patrol car in the inner middle lane, displaying aggressive driving behavior by repeatedly making improper lane changes and recklessly cutting off other vehicles.
For 6137 Raynel
Officer Villerin immediately accelerated, pushing the patrol car to 131 miles per hour to keep up, but the Infiniti still pulled away, proving its speed far exceeded safe limits. The highway was congested, and the suspect's reckless weaving, tailgating, and sudden lane changes without signaling posed a severe threat to other motorists. Each abrupt maneuver or cutoff risked triggering a multi-vehicle collision, endangering dozens of innocent lives and potentially causing significant property damage. Sergeant Delene Rodriguez, patrolling nearby, also spotted the Infiniti's dangerous behavior and quickly coordinated with Officer Villerin. Both activated their lights and sirens, signaling the driver to stop, but the suspect refused to comply, accelerating further and escalating the situation into a critical emergency. The chase reached its peak near the South Avenue 6 exit. Sergeant Rodriguez skillfully positioned his patrol vehicle to block the suspect's path, while Officer Villerin stayed close behind. As both officers activated their emergency signals, the Infiniti suddenly slammed on the brakes, nearly rear-ending Sergeant Rodriguez's patrol car, before abruptly swerving back onto the highway. In the ensuing chaos, the suspect lost control, sending the vehicle into a clockwise spin that nearly crashed into a concrete barrier. Despite this, the Infiniti continued northbound at over 100 miles per hour, weaving recklessly through traffic. Both officers persisted in the pursuit, but ultimately lost sight of the target in heavy congestion. Refusing to give up, police quickly arrived at the vehicle's registered address in Boynton Beach, Florida, 33472. While the Infiniti was not found at the scene, they coordinated with the suspect's family to urge Raynel Groulon to surrender. 15 minutes later, Groulon appeared and admitted to all actions after being read his Miranda rights. He was taken into custody without further incident.
Go ahead. Yeah, 26, sir, you're St. Lucie. You're in that lane, saw me, hold over together, and that's on me. I didn't even know my last name.
He was arrested and taken to the Palm Beach County Jail on charges of reckless driving, fleeing and eluding law enforcement with lights and sirens activated, and knowingly providing false information to investigators. The incident serves as a stark warning. Disregard for the law and public safety will not be tolerated, and justice will always prevail.
Give us a code 10, I'm gonna spike it. Did you get it? No spike, heading back towards Rich.
On the morning of March the 6th, 2024, in Thurston County, Washington, what seemed like a routine traffic stop quickly escalated. The Thurston County Sheriff's Office pulled over a pickup truck, but the passenger immediately exited the vehicle, while the 29-year-old driver provided a false name. Suspecting driving under the influence, DUI, officers pursued the man after he suddenly fled the scene. The dramatic chase began as the truck sped through the Lacey area at a blistering pace before turning onto the Chehalis Western Trail, reaching speeds of over 60 miles per hour. Sirens blared and emergency lights flashed, prompting pedestrians on the trail to scramble out of the way, both stunned and terrified by the imminent danger. Officers witnessed bystanders frantically fleeing the path to protect themselves. The suspect's reckless actions not only endangered his own life, but also put innocent people at serious risk. Throughout the pursuit, the truck continued accelerating, defying all efforts by law enforcement to bring it to a stop.
Going over I-5.
Receive over I-5.
You need to advise Olympia as well, now that we're going to be in their territory. Over the overpass, going for the one that goes over Martin Way. Mile marker 5.5 on the trail. 20 miles an hour.
Okay.
There's the overpass, still north on the trail. Daytime dog walkers out here. So far, they're getting off the side.
Copy, dog walkers getting off to the side.
Coming up to 26.
26.
89 parallel with them on clear tuning.
Upon reaching the area of 26th Avenue Northeast, the police chief made a decisive move. A successful PIT, Pursuit Intervention Technique, maneuver caused the truck to lose control, spin out, and slide into a muddy field. However, the suspect refused to surrender. He slammed the accelerator in reverse, crashing into an unoccupied travel trailer and continuing to resist aggressively. An officer quickly closed in, pinning the Defiant vehicle in place.
Hit one of the cones in the middle of the trail to stop cars from driving. We're eastbound 26. 36 is going for pit. Good pit, good pit.
Eastbound 36, good pit.
TBI.
TBI.
He's still going. Reversing eastbound. 5-9, he's in reverse. Hit a camper, code 10. Got him blocked in. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Hands!
Show me your hands!
5-9, not listening to commands, digging in the front.
In the car! Show me your fucking hands!
Show us your hands!
Get out of the fucking car now! Hands up, hands are up. Show me your hands! Open the door!
Turn the keys.
Get around.
Yeah, I got his hands. I got his. He's trying to start it again. Pull open his door. Pull open his door. 5'9". He's not going anywhere. He's locked in, but he's trying to start it again.
The truck's window was shattered, and a taser was deployed as the suspect remained barricaded inside. After an intense pursuit, the suspect was taken into custody, bringing the chase to a safe conclusion. Eventually, he was forcibly removed from the vehicle while violently resisting. Inside the truck, officers discovered drug paraphernalia, along with evidence indicating a history of fleeing incidents. He now faces additional charges of evading law enforcement and driving under the influence. Fortunately, the two uninvolved drivers who sustained minor collisions caused by the suspect suffered only minor injuries and are currently being evaluated. On August 14, 2024, two police officers were assigned to assist the chief and the DEA Detroit office in a drug-buy bust operation at a designated location. The operation began with a signal from DEA agents, directing the officers to stop a suspect vehicle in a nearby parking lot. However, instead of complying, the suspect resisted, initiating a high-intensity pursuit. The two officers quickly mobilized, with one taking the lead role while he served as the secondary unit. The situation escalated when the suspect's vehicle suddenly accelerated in an attempt to flee, deliberately ramming two unmarked police cars near the scene. This reckless act not only endangered law enforcement, but also posed a serious threat to fellow officers and nearby civilians.
On that Howard Street.
Alright, for MSP, what are we doing here? Ramming a couple cars.
Front's okay right now.
The pursuit began on narrow streets, with sirens blaring and tires screeching as they closed in on the suspect, determined not to let them escape. Navigating through heavy traffic on a main road heightened the risk of severe collisions, potentially endangering innocent bystanders. As a result, the officers had to act decisively to shorten the chase and prevent further danger.
James, I'm gonna say let it go. Let it go now. Let it go. Before somebody else gets hurt here. We're like right up on this one.
Out of traffic, here we're slowing down. Speeds are 60.
You guys are going to continue.
To stop the vehicle, officers decisively executed the pit maneuver, a precise intervention technique requiring coordination and composure. Although the maneuver was successfully carried out, the suspect stubbornly accelerated, continuing to flee in desperation. The pursuit escalated with reckless swerving and high-risk maneuvers, but ultimately, the suspect managed to evade law enforcement, leaving the scene behind in a momentary escape. I believe the police officers need to be retrained, as their vehicle control skills seem worse than those of a criminal. The car nearly crashed into a wall. However, despite the suspect's temporary getaway, the officer's efforts were not in vain.
Taking a westbound shot on Cadet Street.
I know they made it through James.
North on Waterman Street. North on Waterman.
North on Waterman.
North on Waterman.
North Waterman coming back up the burner. Through the light of burner, westbound. Speed 60.
Westbound burner, Waterman.
The suspect's vehicle was later located abandoned by DEA and MSP detectives and was towed to Metro South for further investigation. The persistence and coordination of law enforcement agencies sent a strong message. No crime can remain hidden forever. A stern warning to those who disregard the law. On November 12, 2024, an officer with the Arkansas State Police was responding to a traffic accident on eastbound Interstate 440. While directing traffic at the scene, the officer noticed a yellow Mercury approaching at a suspicious speed. The driver, Michael Lewis Jr., was holding a mobile phone in his right hand, clearly distracted. The officer signaled for Lewis to pull over for inspection. The situation quickly escalated when officers approached Lewis for the second time. Instead of complying, he suddenly accelerated, fleeing eastbound on Interstate 440 while recklessly maneuvering his vehicle with complete disregard for the safety of those around him. The pursuit began, with Lewis showing utter contempt for the lives of other drivers on the road. He exited at ramp 3, veering onto Bankhead Street and continuing at high speed. During his escape, Lewis threw objects out of the driver's side window, seemingly in an attempt to discard evidence. It was foolish of him to think that would help him evade justice or deceive law enforcement. A witness exclaimed, "ASP, I still think you need to pass a new law in Arkansas. If you flee from the police, you should automatically get 10 years in prison. So many lives are at risk because of these idiots."
He was throwing bags out the window about 2 miles back.
The chase reached its climax when Lewis lost control at the intersection of 3M Road and East 39th Street. His Mercury crashed into a cable, causing the vehicle to overturn onto the driver's side.
Wrecked out at Little Rock Street. Roll over, start 1016.
Let me see your hands, driver!
Alright, how we gonna do this? I got to go on.
Officers swiftly arrived at the scene, subduing and arresting Lewis, successfully bringing the pursuit to an end. A personal search revealed over $2,000 in cash in his right front pocket and a bottle containing 40 suspected oxycodone pills in his left pocket.
What's that? What's that? My fucking pain medicine. Yeah, without your name on it. Buddy, you want to look right there and say you got me? Hey, you too. Arkansas State Police got me. I tried to run, but I can't drive. Say that, I'm trying to check your... Look at them kids. They want to be state troopers, they chase too. I'll put them back in mine.
A subsequent vehicle search uncovered a plastic bag containing a green leafy substance suspected to be marijuana, a black digital scale, 2 bottles of liquid believed to be promethazine, and an open container of alcohol. These items serve as incriminating evidence against him in court. Had he escaped, the situation could have taken a disastrous turn, with consequences beyond imagination. Lewis's reckless actions left behind a chaotic scene, though fortunately, no direct damage was inflicted on state police personnel or property in Arkansas. Lewis was transported to UAMS Medical Center for evaluation, but refused treatment and was subsequently taken to the Pulaski County Jail. He was charged with multiple offenses, including possession of marijuana, promethazine, and oxycodone, possession of drug paraphernalia, fraudulent impersonation, obstruction of governmental operations, and various traffic violations. Outstanding felony warrants from other agencies were also confirmed and executed. All seized cash was confiscated and deposited into the Arkansas State Police forfeiture account. On February 1st, 2024, a serious incident unfolded when police units received reports of a suspect driving a Silverado truck recklessly on West 17th Street. The individual, displaying dangerous behavior, nearly collided with a law enforcement vehicle before accelerating to flee, deliberately driving against traffic on a one-way street. The patrol team quickly mobilized, coordinating with the K-9 unit to apprehend the dangerous suspect.
We are eastbound West 17, just struck a curb, driving reckless, speeds are about 50, traffic's light.
The pursuit grew increasingly intense as the suspect refused to stop, continuously accelerating through crowded areas. Driving at speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour, he sped through the Stone intersection and narrowly avoided crashing into a Tesla on Harold Street. The Tesla's driver, visibly shaken, was transported to the hospital for evaluation, and the heavily damaged vehicle was towed shortly after. The suspect's truck repeatedly struck curbs, damaging infrastructure and kicking up thick dust clouds that obstructed traffic visibility. An apparent attempt to create chaos and escape. Recognizing the situation could spiral out of control, law enforcement deployed the K-9 unit, which was on standby, ready to intervene if the suspect barricaded himself or attempted to flee on foot. The situation escalated as the suspect sped through the Texas Bank parking lot, hit another curb, and blew out a tire. Despite running on just one functional wheel, they stubbornly pressed westward along West 7th Street, crossing Montgomery and Carroll. The pursuing officers maintained a relentless chase, coordinating closely to block potential escape routes. The climax unfolded at the University intersection, where the Silverado lost control, repeatedly crashing into curbs, creating chaos with smoke and deafening noise. The severity of the incident extended beyond significant property damage to the imminent threat it posed to innocent lives on the road. Ultimately, at the University intersection, the suspect was successfully subdued following an outstanding coordinated effort by the patrol team and strategic support from the K-9 unit. This high-stakes pursuit underscored the suspect's reckless defiance, though law enforcement appeared slightly delayed in regaining control of the situation, leading to considerable property damage and widespread panic among bystanders. the suspect was taken into custody, bringing an end to the prolonged danger on West 7th Street without any further incidents. They will now face charges in court. The determination and professionalism of law enforcement successfully prevented a potential disaster, ensuring the safety of the community.
Your incident has been updated.
On April 24, 2024, a high-speed pursuit began on Route 576, where the suspect was driving at 93 miles per hour. Officers from Bravo Zulu 393, along with their teammates, swiftly took position, closely trailing the runaway vehicle. Initially, traffic was light, but the suspect suddenly reduced speed to 55 miles per hour, making the situation increasingly unpredictable.
Right now, coming up 576, 41A. 576, 41A.
The pursuit stretched across multiple roads at speeds ranging from 70 to 100 miles per hour. The suspect drove recklessly, frequently straddling lanes and speeding through dangerous intersections such as milepost 79. Officers issued a directive: give him some space, but don't lose sight of him. The danger stemmed not only from the high speeds, but also from the suspect's blatant disregard for safety, putting the lives of other motorists at risk. Units from Carolina and Florence counties coordinated closely, while the K-9 team stood ready to assist. Though traffic remained light, the pressure was immense. Every decision carried life or death consequences. Law enforcement's persistence and coordinated efforts maintained control despite the suspect's desperate attempts to escape. However, the situation escalated when the suspect abruptly reduced speed to 55 miles per hour. If officers delayed intervention, traffic would inevitably build up, making containment even more challenging. Recognizing the appropriate moment, officers executed the first pit, precision immobilization technique, maneuver at 76 miles per hour. The suspect temporarily lost control, but quickly regained stability and continued to flee.
We're on 5-1, coming up 576, Lawrence.
Lawrence is a Bravo Mike driver.
The situation escalated as the suspect drove against traffic in the westbound lanes of Route 76, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour. He's going the wrong way! Wrong way! The urgent radio transmission echoed.
He's going wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. 76.
Going the wrong way on 76. Traffic is still light. We still pursuing them. West and eastbound.
Hey, firm, we're going westbound lane, westbound, eastbound lane.
Go on, 58. Has Florence County been notified?
Affirmative, the dispatch on 1021 Juvenile. He's driving in the grass and turning into one lane, going east. Back up, give him some space, see if we'll come back over on your side. Yeah, well.
On the river bridge, the first collision occurred as an SUV was caught in the path of danger. A K-9 unit was immediately deployed, while local officers blocked the bridge to prevent catastrophe. The pursuit ultimately came to an end after a second collision, but not without consequences, bringing the chase to a safe conclusion. The pursuit ended with the suspect being subdued at the river bridge, thanks to the outstanding coordination between units and the tactical expertise of law enforcement. While there were no serious injuries, the incident served as a profound lesson on the dangers of reckless behavior on the road.
Okay. Can you get out of me?
I was trying to find my shoe.
Just try to get I got your shoe. I got your shoe.
Okay.
Try to get out of the car. Okay. You got your seatbelt off?
No, it's my dog.
Okay, bring it off. Come on. Just hold him.
My phone is. Y'all see a phone somewhere?
Hey, don't let him go out that other side. He's
who?
The man.
Where?
Right there. Can you lean back or you crap for him? Okay. Can you just lean back?
On August 7th, 2022, a vehicle suddenly swerved across lanes at a speed of 96 miles per hour, crashing forcefully onto the roadside and drawing the attention of traffic patrol officers. An officer quickly arrived at the scene and discovered the driver, a woman named Lisa, in a distressed state.
Good morning. Trooper Cyber State Police. No emergency, right?
No, we're just getting from out of town.
Going a little bit fast. I just making sure you didn't have some kind of emergency. You had the insurance card, the car, Lisa, the insurance.
The strong smell of alcohol from the vehicle immediately led the officer to suspect that this was more than just a routine speeding violation. Lisa stated that she was traveling from Kansas to Tennessee, but the officer quickly noticed she was heading in the wrong direction toward Memphis, a sign of possible disorientation, likely due to alcohol impairment.
You're headed where?
We are on our way to Tennessee, sir.
Okay, you're on your way to Tennessee.
Yeah, I have Allstate.
When asked to perform a field sobriety test, Lisa staggered, was unable to balance on one foot, and became repeatedly distracted. The officer patiently instructed, "Keep your toe pointed toward my vehicle and lift your foot about 6 inches." But she was unable to comply. Unexpectedly, Lisa opened the car door and attempted to flee, but the officer swiftly pursued and restrained her using proficient physical control techniques.
No, ma'am, you cannot. You'll have to pull your pants up. Pull your pants up.
I have to.
Pull your step in it.
You're making me.
Ma'am,
Stop.
ma'am, put your hands behind your back.
What are you doing?
But I'm taking you to...
Wait! Stop! Yay!
Get out of the traffic lane.
Spin out!
Put your hands behind your back. No! Stay in the vehicle!
Stop! Don't shoot! What are you doing?
You're some help.
Stop!
Ma'am, put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
You just made me... Stop!
Ma'am.
Stop it!
I'll tase you right here.
Are you gonna get on?
I'm gonna tase you.
The situation escalated as Lisa fiercely resisted. After being taken down during the chase, she refused to comply, repeatedly screaming and attempting to flee again. With assistance from newly arrived officers, the officer used a portable breathalyzer test, PBT, to confirm suspicions. Lisa was driving under severe intoxication. In a state of panic, she even pulled down her pants on the roadside, forcing law enforcement to both restrain her and ensure her safety from traffic hazards.
Just a minute.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I don't want to hurt you. Get on the ground.
Okay, just a minute. I'm pulling up my pants.
Pull them up. I'll pull them the rest of the way up. You get your panties up, I'll put you on the ground. Yes, ma'am. You're going to jail for DWI. I'm going to check you for DWI.
Okay, wait. I just got to pull up my pants.
That's fine. I'm going to tase you if you don't quit.
Okay, I'm just... Wait a minute.
No. Get on the ground now. Ma'am, I'm going to tase you. Get on the ground. We'll pull your pants up shorter.
I'm pulling up my pants. Just a minute. Don't do it. Stop. Don't do it.
Get on the ground.
Joey. Stop it.
Get on the ground.
Don't do it. I'm going.
Despite an unsuccessful attempt to use a taser, the officer remained composed, employing unarmed control techniques to safely subdue Lisa. Earlier, the car keys had been thrown onto the roof of the vehicle, preventing another escape attempt and demonstrating the patrol team's quick thinking and tactical coordination.
I'm not going to kill you, ma'am. I'm trying to get you to go to jail. I appreciate you stopping. I've got her keys. Thank you. Ma'am, you're not driving off. You are not driving off.
Where's my key?
I've got your keys.
What happened?
Back up there. Put your hands behind your back. Ma'am. Ma'am, get on the ground.
Stop. You're gonna kill me?
No, I'm not going to kill you. I want you to put your hands behind your back. No, I'm not going to kill you over at DWI.
Stop.
Put your hands behind your back. You understand me?
You're killing me.
I'm not killing you.
Ultimately, Lisa was handcuffed and taken to the police station for driving under the influence. An inevitable outcome after her series of reckless actions. This incident serves as a stark warning about the consequences of drunk driving and stands as a testament to the dedication and courage of law enforcement officers.
That's it. Man, we're not going to ask you again to sit in that car right now. Shoot your butt in that car right now. Scoot over. I don't care. Scoot over. Get in the car. Well, you're letting scoot your butt back.
Yeah.
Scoot your butt back inside the car.
Back in the car?
Scoot in the car.
On the morning of July 7th, 2023, a Florida Highway Patrol officer was driving a black and brown Dodge Charger, unit FHP 0926, westbound on Interstate 4, near the interchange with Interstate 75. The quiet early morning atmosphere was abruptly shattered when a Dodge Durango suddenly sped onto the highway in front of the officer at an alarming speed, aggressively weaving through traffic and recklessly utilizing every lane. The officer immediately accelerated, determined not to lose sight of the vehicle. Exceeding the 65-mile-per-hour speed limit, the Durango weaved through heavy traffic, even utilizing the parallel access road for US 92/US 301 to gain an advantage. Innocent drivers were forced to stop and steer clear, with some children crying in fear as traffic congestion heightened the danger. Police estimated the vehicle's speed exceeded 100 miles per hour as it merged back onto the main lanes, continuing its reckless flight. Approaching the northbound Interstate 275 exit, officers closed the gap and identified their target, a Dodge Durango SUV. The pursuit grew increasingly intense as the vehicle surged forward at an alarming speed, reaching 85 miles per hour before quickly accelerating to 96 miles per hour.